Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to these readings. I can't believe we are heading for July already. So we're asking, what is happening for you in July? Now, beautiful souls, I will this week as well be recording the all zodiac sign readings for the coming month, including the big extendeds that are in the membership area and on Patreon as well. And those ones we look in more depth at different areas of your world. But today we are asking, what is happening in July? And we have some really powerful cards. I've been drawn to some very, very specific cards today, different packs. For anyone that is interested in the cards or any of the runes or anything that I use, I always list them in the description box along with the timestamps. So let me hold these up for you so you can have a really good look at them. Now, the timestamps for the readings are below, so if you already know which reading or readings you're drawn to, you can zap straight through. So we have for pile 1, Margarita Preciosa, the new pearl. This is really beautiful. Okay, so this is pile 1, and pile 1 has also got the rune of joy, Wunjo, and a beautiful heart as well. So this is pile 1. Pile 2, you have Stibus Antimony. This is the card for pile 2. And we have, excuse me, we have the rune of strength, Uruz, and a beautiful wing as well. Hold those up. So that is pile 2. And then for pile 3, we have got Leucosis Lightning. So this is your card. We also have the rune Nathas, which is the rune of constraint. And we have a butterfly and also a really tiny little bird. Let's hold those right up so you can see them. Hopefully that camera will focus. Tiny little bird, 2 charms came out for pile 3. So, beautiful souls, I hope you are all doing amazingly. Now, I am going to leave the camera running, as I always do, just for a few moments. So you've got a little bit longer to check in on the readings and just zone in, see which of them are really speaking to you. Sometimes it is more than one, and sometimes it can be all 3. I always think just trust your gut feeling. Just listen to, you know, how the cards are speaking to you, how the runes are speaking to you, how the charms are speaking to you. So beautiful souls, I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Hey pile 1, welcome to your reading. So what is happening for you in July? I think something will come to you. Like, I mean, in a way, this card often speaks of the kind of the miracle that comes from a tiny grain of sand that gets stuck in an oyster, and over time it becomes this beautiful pearl, this gift, this joy. I feel that something has to organically get there, kind of thing. I think there is a miracle in the offing for you, if I'm honest, because it is a bit of a miracle that a grain of sand that is actually an irritant can become a pearl. So it sort of feels like there's going to be either like a silver lining or a great blessing from something that has been quite difficult. Something that has been quite difficult or quite challenging suddenly becomes... It's like it reaches a point of fruition where it emerges and you think, well, actually, if that awful thing or that difficult thing hadn't happened, this would never have taken place. So it does feel as if there will be a gem, a pearl coming to you, but something has to sort of, and out of something difficult actually, but I do think it's also somehow it's got to organically evolve or emerge. Maybe there will be divine timing involved in this. But let's draw more cards and find out, what is this about for pile 1? May we have guidance, information as to how this is happening or what this is about. I'm seeing this card, this one, and also this one for you as well. This is the inner child fairy tale tarot, and I was really drawn to these cards. These were the first cards in my preparations when I was looking at cards and sitting with them. I always prepare for these readings, and sitting and seeing which cards were coming. These were absolutely the first pack, even above these. So you have, what do we have here? Okay, so you have the Two of Wands. Okay. How interesting. She's looking at herself she's looking at her reflection. But the reflection is different. Can you see the reflection? She has flowers. So I put it that way. You can see her little reflection. She's got flowers round her head. She's waiting for something. This card is actually asking you to look ahead. Don't lose sight of where you want to go, this or something you want. The fairy godmother, look at this, a miracle coming. And the Six of Swords. How interesting. But they're celebrating. Look at this. Wow. Yeah, I kind of feel like a miracle is on its way to you. Let me move this along a little bit so that I can get all the cards in. We'll get these 4 along the top. And we'll draw oracle cards as well. Seeker of Hearts, and you have a heart. I think there has been something that has been quite heartbreaking for you, or something you've been longing for, literally from the heart, something you really long for, you really want. Let me move this along even more. I really want to make sure we have. I'll put your rune just now. I'll put your rune here. Isn't it interesting? I'm really fiddling with the cards today, which is really interesting. Okay, it's pile 1. So pile 1, we kind of find where the cards are going to sit. It's like the cards, it's almost like the readings sort of unfold from here. But you know, there is something you've been really longing for. It is something that is really heartfelt. For some of you, this may well be love, because we do have the heart. And look at this, you know, it's like the heart here can go into this space. It's like you find your heart, you find your love, you find what you are seeking. Seeker of Hearts. Now, whether this is love for some of you, or a different kind of gift. Yeah, like magic. Interestingly enough, I think it's coming earlier in the month than later, funnily enough, because, you know, the fairy godmother is showing up as our second card here, and we have the Two of Wands, which means the energy is right for something to emerge. The energy is primed around you for something to start to flow, to happen. It's like I was wondering about divine timing, and now I really do feel somehow the timing, the energy around you is absolutely right. But this does feel like a gift, an absolute gift, like magic. I mean, love, of course, is magic, isn't it? Love is wonderful. Out of an irritating situation, if you're in an existing relationship and it's not been going well, I think there could be an absolute miracle, a blessing, a turnaround of something. Definitely, I feel if you're looking for love, I think sort of almost like out of nowhere it comes. I say out of nowhere, Six of Swords. I'm looking at these people celebrating here as well. So like a miracle coming, I mean, it could be, if you're looking for love, that it comes out of a social event. Or indeed, maybe if this is not about love for you, but there's something that you are longing for, something you really want, that somehow gets gifted to you. Sometimes the rune of joy is referred to as a gift. Yeah, I do feel a gift is coming to you, something you really want, something you desire. It's almost like there's been a hole in your world, something that's been missing. It's caused you heartache. What else do we have for my lovely pile 1s? Can we get some further information, further messages, guidance? We have purity. Always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it you will find the answer to your question. Okay, this feels a little bit more like a riddle now, actually. How interesting. I'm going to draw some more of this pack. Okay, in fact, yes, 1, 2, 3, and I'm seeing this one. There's a fourth. 4 by 4 by 4. 4 cards are coming out here. So we have manifestation, magical gateway. Look how the magical gateway is sitting beneath the 6 of Swords, where we literally see another gateway here. Isn't that remarkable? Wait for winter, seeker of the hearts. Manifestation, right. I don't think this is actually asking you to wait for winter. I think it feels for me as if it's like some element of your heart has been living in winter, living in the cold, something that really mattered to you. Maybe some of you have felt rejected or pushed out in the cold, but there has been a coldness around you for a period of time in a particular situation. This is a general reading, it's reaching lots of people, but something that's left you feeling either out in the cold or it's actually been quite hurtful. I think it's changing. I think a magical gateway is opening for you. What I do think is when we do get this magical gateway, this miracle, this offering, you've got to actually step through it. It takes courage and trust to venture into the unknown, yet this is where the greatest rewards are. It's time to step boldly forward without looking back. Now that's really interesting. That was coming through for me right at the start of your reading with 2 of Wands, which was looking forwards, looking ahead, not looking back, looking forwards, letting something organically emerge. Purity, manifestation. There's something that you really, really desire, and I think an opening is coming to you. Now this could be as simple as like you get an invitation to something, to some social event, and perhaps you're having second thoughts about it and thinking, well, maybe I'll go and maybe I won't, I don't know, shall I, shan't I, I'm not really sure. Well, I would suggest stepping out of your comfort zone, or your reading is suggesting stepping out of your comfort zone. For some of you, there's an opportunity and you do need to reach out. And of course, there's divine timing in the fairy godmother. Look at the pumpkin. This is Cinderella going to the ball. And of course, actually, the fairy godmother creates this incredible situation where she goes to the ball. So she goes to something. But there is a window of time around it. Because actually at midnight, this coach is going to turn back into a pumpkin. So there is an opportunity to be gifted to you. This is what I am seeing here. Interestingly, you do have to take an action. It isn't just a gift that lands on your doorstep. I'm not saying it won't come back round again. If you say miss the opportunity, I'm not saying it wouldn't come back, wait for winter. But in a way, I think there really is a moment in time when there is a window of opportunity, and it does come to you like magically, like a gift. And I think you have been manifesting this for some time. You've been living with something that has felt quite tough for you, something you've either had to go without, or it's been feeling like, yeah, very, very cold, or something. Maybe you've been dealing with someone who was hard-hearted, or you've come out of a heartbreak of some sort. But whatever this is, there is a window of time around it. This is something you will love, and it's something you've been manifesting. So you've kind of got to seize the moment, because it really, really is a gift. Let's check out. Oh gosh, that was my elbow clicked then. How bizarre. Okay, right, my apologies if that kind of sounded through your reading, pile one, beautiful pile one people. Okay, let's draw some more cards to see any more information, any more guidance around this. So we have the card Toxic. We have the card Wisdom. We have the card Serenity. And we have the card Solitude. Okay. Beautiful souls. This is telling me really where you've come from, actually, about this cold-heartedness. I think you actually have had to deal with some real toxicity. There's been a really, really tough phase in your life, or circumstances, or someone who didn't behave well. There's been something that has been really hard for you. You've grown from it. That's what this is saying. You have grown from this. And I think you've really, actually what I see here is, I think you have reached a point where you've sort of come to terms with it here, with serenity. And that's why the timing is now right for you to heal, to have, you know, whether this was a group of friends or, you know, or a working situation, or indeed a relationship, a love relationship, whatever it was, it came down to the toxicity of some people. I think the timing is now right for you to kind of rise again, not wait any longer, to take a risk if you were brokenhearted, to love again. And I do think a gateway is to be opened for you. That is what I think we are being shown here. Let's just see if there's any more information. I mean, this is a July reading. So this is suggesting that something, I think, that has been, that was, I can't even just call it an irritant, something that was really, really hard, really harsh, something very toxic has come to an end. And it's come to an end because you've grown, you've done the work. You can return to a place of purity now. You can now kind of actively manifest. You can put this down, no longer look back. You can look forward. Some of you may have been dealing with somebody quite narcissistic, seeing this, looking in at her reflection. So something really not okay went on, my beautiful souls. You know, somebody really killed your joy, actually. They crushed your joy, killed your joy. Not a nice experience, not nice people, not a nice person. And this is now this point of recovery. Your solitude is over. You may even have withdrawn from people just because it didn't feel nice to be around people because they weren't okay. And I'm really sorry that happened, but you have grown. You have grown, you are wise. And I do feel you've sort of come to terms with this, actually. I'm not saying it doesn't pop up from time to time, but I think you've genuinely reached a point where you can look ahead rather than back. And so the timing, the gifts, the universe, source, spirit, your spirit team are now absolutely opening gateways for you, a specific gateway for you to recover from this. The new pearl, to have the new beginning. Let's just ask for any more information, any more guidance here about this month of July. I mean, I think it's coming for you, and I feel grateful on your behalf. That's the best way of saying it, my beautiful souls. Okay, let's see what else we're shown. Oh, look at this. You have the card of the Lovers. And what a beautiful card this is. As you know, obviously all tarot packs are different unless we're looking at the traditional ones. But you know, here we have the card of the Lovers. Isn't that beautiful? And look at this angel. I just feel you are being guided to receive love. Yeah, 4 of Coins. We have, how interesting. And look at the gateways, 9 of Staffs opening for you. I almost feel like doorway after doorway after doorway is now going to open for you. What I see with the 4 of Coins here as well, if this is for you not resonating with kind of relationship, for some of you this is about love. For others, if you were ripped off, if somebody took advantage of you or ripped you off financially, you're now being offered gateways, opportunities. I think there'll be a turnaround here. Wow. I think July is seriously looking up for you. I really do. Pile 1. It's got magic about it. It's like it's now time for the past to be released, for something that was very toxic and caused you a lot of aggravation. It's not just irritation, but aggravation. I think it's over. I think it's over because you've done the work, and I think you have reached a point where you've sort of almost just accepted, I think, that what you can do and what you can't do. You can't change people, you can't make them better people, you can't fix something, but what you can do is choose what you're going to do. And I think this is the point when this sort of period of personal processing is coming to an end, a period of solitude is coming to an end, and the pearl will arrive. You are now you in a bigger, better way. However this circumstance or person or people affected you, I think it's over, and doorway after doorway after doorway is to be opened for you. But I think there is a definite gateway opening. It's almost like one gateway leads to another. This is the timing of it again. I think what we're seeing here with this beautiful card of the fairy godmother, this window of opportunity, is that you will be gifted something, maybe invited, but there literally is a gateway. And what will happen, I think, is that one doorway, you know, when you go to something and then you, by chance, because you're there, you then meet somebody who introduces you to someone else, or you have a random conversation, and then you discover there's something else that leads to something else that leads to something else. And I think it's like the ball gets rolling, as it were, in your favor, in your future, taking you to the one thing that you have been trying to manifest and desire above all. This is really important to you. It is heartfelt. Pile 1, this is your reading. This is your July. Wow. I love it. I absolutely love this shift, this turnaround in the energy around you. Looking forward, not back. You're pure. You are not having to live with something that is toxic anymore. Fabulous. Pile 1, I'm sending you the biggest hug ever. I am absolutely thrilled for you. Keep us posted in the comments. It is always really fabulous to hear how you are doing and what's happening in your worlds. Thank you so much to all of you who comment and share. It is amazing, and it really, really is amazing. You're so inspirational. And thank you so much to all of you who give back through the super thanks in the comments. And thank you for liking and for sharing and letting people know about the channel and the community here. And thank you for subscribing as well. It really does help the channel. And if you want to make sure you never miss a reading as soon as I upload them, don't forget to press the little bell icon as well as subscribing. Pile 1, tons and tons and tons of love. Pile 2, welcome to your reading, what's happening for you in July. Now, beautiful souls, this is very, very interesting. Stibus, antimony, this isn't always the easiest of energy to work with, okay? And you have strength. So I think this card really invites you to work creatively with something and to keep going. So if you are working on a creative project, then this is suggesting already, your reading is suggesting already that you're going to need to really stick with it. You know, it's like writing a book and having writer's block. And, you know, rather than giving up, sticking with it, rather than getting cross with yourself and fed up and having a sort of an emotional response, that you keep going. So with the wing here, I do feel that there will be times to potentially sort of also get still and receive guidance is really coming through here, that you will be guided. Very interesting. I always think whenever I get this rune Uras, the rune of strength, in my readings, this rune always tells me that the universe has your back. Okay, so whatever you are processing or working at, there's something you're going to need to apply yourself to creatively to make it happen, and I think you will succeed, and I believe you will be guided, but you've kind of got to stick with it somehow. Let's get more cards and see what else this is about. Okay, I suspect if this reading is resonating with you. I don't think this is a new situation. I think it's something you're already actively working on. It's kind of like basically saying persevere, keep going. So it doesn't have a newness about it. It's a circumstance or something that you're already active within. I think that's what feels as if it's coming through. If that's not resonating, this may not be the right reading for you, my beautiful souls. Let me, I'm seeing this and also this card. Actually, it's this one. I saw these two and it's this one. Oh, you have two coming out. How interesting. And I'm going to take, you know, look at this card's just coming out for you. Loads and loads. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, so you have the Eight of Crystals, first of all. Okay. How interesting. And we see the sign of infinity here, the Eight of Crystals. So this is definitely something that you can do. This is something you can work on, you can make it happen. There is a ton of possibility in whatever it is that you're working on. And there's the energy to really, really bring this forwards. We've got the Two of Wands. We have the Hansel and Gretel card. Okay. This is the card of the Lovers, actually in a traditional pack. But what we see here are two children setting forth on actually quite a slightly scary adventure. I mean, they're just off there and they meet, I think, something like a wicked witch who lives in a candy house or something like that. But how interesting. You're not going to do this, you're not on your own, is a message that's coming through here, really loud and clear. You are not on your own with this. No, you are not. Three of Hearts. Absolutely. Wow. Okay, so whatever you are working on or processing, I do think genuinely assistance is coming to you. You're not on your own with this. Things are going to come through to help, or people will be there to help you. You have the Six of Hearts. You have the Six of Swords, and you have the Guide of Wands. Yeah, absolutely. I did say you're being guided. Let me put this here, right in the middle. How interesting. Both the Six of Swords and the Two of Wands came out in pile one. Now, that was a very different reading, but if you have been drawn to them both, it may be worth checking that out. Okay, this is really about something. It's like I feel like you're sitting in a space of quite amazing possibility, actually. But you're needing to keep going with it, persevere. Maybe you are literally taking the first tentative steps on some kind of a new journey. I didn't feel this is brand new. Perhaps I think you've probably already set forth on a journey. But you are going to be guided. You are going to navigate this. I'm seeing so much help and support around you. Literally, every card is telling me there is support. You're not on your own with this. There is support to help you. There are people who want to support you, friends, family, lovely, lovely people around you. I'm seeing celebration in the Six of Swords, Six of Hearts as well. Look at this sort of literally helping hands. Gosh, whatever you are working on, whatever you've already initiated, I think you've already set forth on a journey. It's loaded with possibility, absolutely loaded with possibility. There are creative, it's creative, it's blossoming, it's going to happen. I think maybe you're feeling quite daunted that it won't happen. It's a bit like if you were, let's say you were writing your, the novel that you've always wanted to write, and you've got this idea, but you're really, really struggling, and there are loads of distractions. This is kind of like people coming along and saying, oh, are you still writing? Well, I'll cook tonight, or I'll take your dog for a walk, or whatever. To be fair, walking might be quite good for you, and inspiration, you'll be shown signs and given further inspiration. But whatever it is, it's like getting the help you need to make this happen. This is what I'm seeing. Tons of helping hands, and being guided. So you really, really, really are being supported this month to bring something forth, to keep going, to persevere, to make it happen, to bring it forth and kind of make it real, make it solid. Let's draw more cards and see what else we are shown. May we ask for more transformation, fabulous. Wow. This fairy tells you to surrender to a transformation in your life that's happening for your higher good and embrace your transformation. The best is yet to come. Okay. Right, if for any of you there is a situation around you that is difficult, okay, that you are struggling with, I think the right help will come to you. There'll be assistance. You're not going to be on your own. You'll be guided. So you will be able to transform. Wish wisely. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and to take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. We have Magical Gateway and Purity. Both of these came out in pile 1 as well. How interesting. Okay. Very, very interesting. Now, what we have here is, because this is about trusting, I want to say trust your intuition here. I think that you have a task that you're either working on, it's right in front of you, or a situation that is in its own way potentially challenging. Or it feels like a challenge, or it feels like an enormous task, or it feels like a big project. But whatever it is, it's going to transform, and really your reading is offering you so much reassurance that the right help and the right support and the right people will just come to you at the right time. Literally, gateways opening. Because what you have here is something that is really, really worthy of navigating and coming out the other side, of navigating and bringing it forth, of creating it. Either a difficult circumstance that needs to be transformed so you yourself can emerge, or it could even be a difficult some sort of attitudes within yourself that you're struggling with. But whatever happens, I think you can come out the other side. Absolutely guided every step of the way. Let's draw more cards for you. May we have some additional cards, please? Okay, I'm seeing these two for you. We have Toxic and Romance. How very interesting that this Toxic card also came out in pile 1. Okay, and Romance. Now, this is a general reading, and so I don't think there's necessarily an emphasis on relationship here, though if any of you are in a difficult situation relationship-wise, I think that it's, or you're trying to navigate, perhaps if you're in a relationship and something isn't going well, I think you're going to be able to navigate through and beyond it. Okay, there is a transformation. So if there's any toxicity in a circumstance around you, if the toxicity is even your own self-doubt that sort of says, I can't do this, I can't achieve this, or I won't be able to, I just feel you can and you will, and the right help and the right support will come to you. This feels like for you, my beautiful pile 2s, that you literally, this is a month of transformation. What else do we see here? May we have any additional guidance for my beautiful pile 2s? 6 of Cups. Wow. Look at this transformation. Now, how interesting that you now have the 6 of Hearts, the 6 of Swords, and the 6 of Cups. This is the 6 of Hearts, and the 6 of Cups is the same card showing up twice, but 6 is coming through. How interesting. Look at this release. Look at this transformation. May we also ask for more further information. This also came out in pile 1. This is rather extraordinary. I do need to say, if any of you have been broken-hearted, yes, we have Son of Coins. This is a card of harvest. If any of you have been broken-hearted or disappointed or let down, and that is partly what you're trying to process at the moment, or you've started something and it didn't succeed, just persevere, keep going, beautiful souls. The harvest is coming in for you. This is really suggesting, I mean, pile 1 was very different reading, but nevertheless, interesting sort of that several cards are coming through here that are the same. I do feel for you, my pile 2, that you are having to transform and overcome something. And perseverance is coming through, and whether that is to keep going because of a creative project that you're working on, or whether it is to literally process something and transform so that you let something go, there is a creative way of doing it, and every bit of help is around you. I mean, literally every bit of help. This helping hands is coming through here. And if you are trying to overcome, it's interesting, addiction is coming through. I've heard that more than once as I've been speaking. For some of you, if you're processing any kind of inner turmoil, any kind of addictions, any challenges, any physical health issues, I think the right people at the right time, helping hands, is just coming through here loud and clear. You are going to be helped to transform, to overcome, to get to the harvest, to bring in what you need, to get to that end goal. So whether it is something you're working on or you're working through, that's really the right kind of language, I think. Yeah, whether you're working on something or you're working through something, you're going to get to the end goal. Keep going, persevere. This is going to happen. And literally, helping hands, the right people, the right circumstances will support you, enable you to transform, doorways being opened for you, and get to that end goal, the harvest that you desire. So this is pretty cool, really, if I'm honest, pile 2. I'm not saying that for some of you the world is easy at the moment. For some of you it's more to do with feeling like having writer's block, that kind of thing, which is frustrating and difficult. But for others, I think there's some big stuff going on around you that has been, it's felt like a bit of an endurance test, I think, for some of you. But you know what? You can process this. You may even find that you are struggling in your own head as well, in your own mind. But you know, you can come through this. Truly, July is a time of harvest, literally, for you. Something that has been difficult will transform. So wish wisely, hold in your mind and your heart exactly what you desire. Gateways will be opened for you. Doorways will be opened. Magical gateway, and look at the gateways here, the 9 of Staffs. Gateways will be opened for you, and you're going to be able to return to a space of, I sort of feel like you're going to be able to relax. I think for some of you, you've been on high alert, or you've been working so hard. You've got to persevere a bit more, but you're going to get to this. So whatever you're working on or working through, you will get to a point where I feel you're going to achieve peace of mind as well, which is really lovely, and have time for a bit more fun. But, you know, I think that probably comes as the month progresses rather than at the start. I feel your message for July is very much about persevering and keeping going with something, which is absolutely beautiful and very, very cool, actually. So pile 2, this is your reading for July. I am sending you the biggest hug ever. Thank you so much, all of you, for your comments. Those of you who share your stories, you are remarkable and very inspirational. And thank you so much for the love and the care that you send to me. And, you know, I really do think of you so often, beautiful souls. You're very much a part of my world. I keep you in my mind and in my prayers. So beautiful souls, yeah, thank you so much just for being here and being a part of this really magical community that we're building. Thank you for liking, for sharing, for commenting, and thank you all of you who give back through the super thanks in the comments. I'm very, very humbled and very grateful. And all of you for subscribing. If you're subscribed, thank you so much. This really does help the channel. And if you want to make sure you never miss a reading, then do please subscribe and press the little bell icon as well. Pile 2, tons and tons of love. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. What is happening for you in July? This is very interesting, Nathis, the rune of constraint. This rune actually says when fishermen can't go to sea, they mend their nets. Pay attention to the details. Cross the T's, dot the I's. I feel you're being urged to be cautious about something here. It's very interesting. The energy of lightning is leucosis, is a very powerful card. And I feel like something could crack open, or like a lightning bolt. Something could take you by surprise. So cross the T's, dot the I's, pay attention to the details. We have the butterfly of transformation and this beautiful little bird as well. Tiny little bird. I think we must get more cards before we jump to any more thoughts about what is being said here. What is happening for July? We've got these five cards coming through. Well, I'm just going to go with those. Let's look at these first. Okay, we have Ace of Wands, fabulous. So actually something is, and we've got a butterfly, look at this coming through. So something is transforming. Oh, wishing upon a star. Okay, wow. Okay, so this is the star card in a traditional pack. You have the Five of Wands. Okay, beautiful. You have the Six of Wands. Wow. Okay, and then you have the Child of Crystals. Okay, this is quite exciting. Actually, my beautiful pile 3. Right. Cross the T's, dot the I's. Do you know, I think something that you have been working on or manifesting doing is actually, it's going to reach a turning point. The Six of Wands is a card of success. It's a card of joy. Child of Crystals. This card is, this is Huckleberry Finn. This is the character here who comes across some treasure or something like that. And it is invested wisely so that he will have an income for the rest of his life. I think he was like a street boy. So there's something, an investment that is that can come to fruition. Now, I'm kind of getting two separate messages, so I'm going to voice them first. So one of the messages coming through, and this is a general reading, but one of the messages coming through is that something you have been working on, that you have been really, really meticulous with. You've been studying, you've been working really well, you've been attending to the details, and I think it reaches a point of success here. So something is coming forward. It's something you have been, I don't think it's new to you, but you've done it well. You've done it really, really well. Interestingly enough, I don't think in a way it's you reach the end goal necessarily, but I think you reach a turning point here where you can see where it's going, or early success, early rewards come in for it, or something along those lines. There'll be more to do. But nevertheless, it sort of breaks open, it bursts forth, it finds its direction. It's definitely got long-term potential. For others, if there is a circumstance around you that is currently feeling restricting, you're feeling constrained, you're feeling like you don't have, you can't quite move forwards, you're feeling that sense of constraint, then pay attention to the details. It's bringing you guidance. There may be a decision to make with the Five of Wands here. You may need to make some choices, in which case it would be really important to make choices that where you pay attention to the detail, where you're looking at decision making. You don't assume that it's like looking at the longer term picture rather than taking a quick fix on something. Okay, let's put that over here and draw some more cards for you and see what else we are shown. May we get more information. Life energy. Wow, beautiful. The happy fairy of sunshine brings lots of life-giving energy. She reminds you to shine your light and to reveal anything in the shadows that needs to be healed. Okay, that's interesting. Again, pay attention to the details. Look at the shadows. Look beneath the surface. If you have any contracts going on, beautiful souls, look at the small print. Lost and found. What was lost is about to be found. Right, something breaking open. Okay. A magical gateway. This card has actually come out in all 3 readings. I am blown away by that, because the energy of July is clearly a time, you know, the global energy, the overall energy of July is clearly bringing some significant gateways of opportunity. I think something does break open. Something that was lost is now found. Maybe you re-find your vitality, you re-find your direction, you re-find, your energy, your clarity. Again, he found something, didn't he? He found treasure and invested it. You re-find your direction. I do think for some of you, a situation that has been constraining you or holding you back, it could be your own health, your own life energy. Something is shifted that moves something forwards here. But you are being asked, there is some wisdom coming in here in the guidance, I think, really asking you to make sure that you do pay attention to the details, cross the T's, dot the I's. Don't assume. Kind of almost want to say don't assume anything. I know that's probably a good way of living anyway. You know, when we assume something, we may not have all the facts, all the information. Your reading is really intriguing me, pile 3. It really, really is. I'm going to draw more cards and ask a little bit more information about this. Maybe get more information and more guidance about this. Okay. So you have Moat, card number 13. This is actually the Death card. Transformation, rebirth, sitting on the Ace of Wands. This is about rebirth, transformation too. Something breaking open, something that was constraining you. I feel that the overall message here is actually that something that has been holding you back is transforming. We have the butterfly here again. Something is transforming in your world, something that's held you back. Now this could be something like an inner belief system within you, but for many of you it feels like quite a physical kind of circumstance, something actual, something quite pragmatic and practical that has kind of either hindered your progress or slowed you down or got in the way, just taken up too much airplay. I feel it will reach a conclusion here and a very successful outcome. Yeah, if you've been undergoing any kind of legal contracts and you've been bound up in stuff, I think you'll reach the conclusion that's needed here, the success here. This has got longevity as well with the Child of Crystals. This is bringing long-term happiness, long-term peace of mind. We have the Seven of Coins. Okay, so we do have an element of potential choices going on around you. But again, this is investment for the future. Look at this sort of, I almost feel like there's this oak tree here. I do think for some of you, you know, something is paying off, literally. Something is going to pay off. Nine of Cups, absolutely. Something is paying off. Something's coming back to you. Something is breaking open. Maybe you have been very, very patient over something. If you've been patient with someone, it's going to pay off. If you've been working at something, working through something, something is paying off. Something is coming to you. And it kind of opens the gateway to a different future or a greater clarity. Yeah, if you've been struggling with health, with money issues, something pays off, something comes to you. This is the card of the Lovers. If you have been struggling in any kind of element of relationship or trying to work out what to do, the card of the Lovers is principally a card of choice, actually. So if you've been struggling with knowing what to do in a relationship or struggling with choices, I basically think you find your direction. You know what to do. Your perseverance pays off. Your struggles, the details that you've attended to pay off. Something's coming in here. Something really joyous is coming in here. Something is reaching a positive outcome for you. Let's draw more cards. Let's get more information, more guidance. New beginning. Wow. News. Oh, wow. New beginning and news. Okay, yes, something is creating, something comes to fruition, or it breaks open, or a situation that has been restricting ends. Toxic. This has come out in every, this is fascinating. This card, Magical Gateway, has come out in every reading. Toxic has come out in every reading. So anything that was toxic, damaging, unhealthy health, unhealthy finances, relationships, anything that has been unhealthy is going to break open and shift and change. And I feel you're heading forth then on, it's like the on a different playing field. Something changes and shifts for you. I do think July is looking like a month of change and shift. I'm dead excited now to be doing the readings for the next moon month, the all zodiac sign readings. I will be working on them this week, so very, very exciting. Depending on when you come to this reading, of course. They may already be out there, of course, by the time you find this. Moods. Okay. Yeah, there is a shift in the mood. There is a shift in the energy, manifestation. I just feel there's a massive change here going on. And for you, it feels like a change in fortune. But it's a change in fortune, or a change in something that opens up for you because you've been patient. You've paid attention to the details. You did cross the T's. You did dot the I's. If you're whatever you have been navigating, it pays off for you. It's like you're free to work again. You're free. Your headspace is free. Your energy is free. Your vitality comes back. Your sparkle returns. The news card, very interesting. So it could be that you receive news. For some of you, this is a general reading, so it's going to apply the messages I try and read as they come through, because this is going to reach many people. But as messages come in, you know, look at this news. I just feel like if a message arrives, it could be a real gift. It can tell you that something toxic is over. It will let you know that something has concluded, something has finished, that frees you up from a space of constraint. Literally, it frees you up. It changes your mood. It lifts your mood. It changes your energy. It no longer holds you back. It really does feel as though it changes the shape of your future. This is the real groovy thing about this reading. It changes because you're free from something. This is the predominant message here. It really is. This feels so exciting for you. I'm going to draw just a couple more cards to see if we can have a sneaky peek ahead, actually, because this feels like something is absolutely lifted for you. Yeah, so something that has given you real trouble, that has been constraining you, I think, holding you back. I just feel something that's caused you a lot of worry. My goodness me, Seven of Cups. So much worry. If any of you are experiencing real concerns, real worries, right here and right now, this reading is suggesting that July there will be a massive shift in the energy. Something is a change of your fortune. You know, Huckleberry Finn was you know, a little boy, a street boy with nothing, and his fortune changed. Literally, I'm seeing a turnaround of something. Whatever your situation, whatever's been causing you so much aggravation, so much difficulty, yeah, it comes back into balance. Look at this. And the Son of Cups. Let me move these cards along a little bit so we can put them all in. Yeah, it comes back into balance. And the Son of Cups is wonderful. I always feel this card is like the rainbow bridge of healing. Yeah, literally, you cross that bridge. Isn't it interesting, crossing the T's, dotting the I's? There's a saying, isn't it? Cross that bridge when you come to it. I actually feel that you do. Oh, do you know, I don't know if you heard that, but literally a card has just slid off the top of this pack and landed on the floor. I'm actually just going to pick it up because, I mean, that literally just, and there's no breeze in this room, nothing at all. We have Daughter of Cups. Look at that, Son of Cups and Daughter of Cups. Okay, I'm now rearranging your cards all over again. Let me put those here because I want these to come in. I feel like this is like a pyramid coming down to something. I think this is how we're meant to read these. Something is being brought back into balance. If you are navigating anything legal, any contracts, they're going to be brought back into balance, and the outcome will be fair and appropriate, and you can get to where you need to be. You'll be free of the burden of this negotiation, or that's assuming it was a negotiation that felt fraught and difficult. But I am seeing difficulty. I'm seeing concern and some fear and some anxiety about making decisions, making choices, about how to navigate this circumstance. But it's going to break open. It's going to transform. Something that has been a restriction around you is shifting massively. You're going to get to the end goal or the end desire, which is interesting because the end isn't the end, it's a new beginning. It's like a new chapter. And with the death card, I mean, genuinely a new chapter, a real rebirth. Something can be completely different to the way it was before. I think it has real long-term potential, that it sets you forth it's the next stage of your journey. I am so sorry that something has been restricting you, causing you headache. I was going to say heartache, but it feels more like a headache, literally, just doing your head in. And this is coming back into balance. Something is changing here. Wow. I think for you, pile 3, this is an absolute gift, really, because it needs to break open. And I think you can finally get to a space where you can kind of relax, actually. And I think you need this. I feel this is something you really, really need. Pile 3, I am sending you the biggest hug ever. I mean, and I'm so, if something has been genuinely toxic and restricting for you, I'm sorry that's been happening. But this is like literally a really big turnaround, something being brought back into balance in the best possible way. So beautiful souls, this is your reading for July. I will be doing the all zodiac sign readings this week, so probably won't get them all done until next week, but whenever you come to this reading, do check them out as soon as I get them uploaded. Beautiful souls, tons and tons of love. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of this absolutely amazing community that we're building. You guys are so inspirational. I mean, this is soul growth work, isn't it? You know, moving through something, navigating difficult choices, but looking and creating a longer term future, because you are manifesting. We're all manifesting all of the time. We manifest through our thoughts, we manifest through our words, our actions, our deeds. And you know, I think that this is a month when a really big turnaround that you have been hoping and wishing for can actually happen. So this is fab, and it does change the longer term future. This is what we're seeing here. Thank you for commenting, sharing, liking, subscribing. If you want to make sure you never miss a reading, then press the little bell icon and subscribe. Thank you for all of you who comment and all of you who give back through the super thanks in the comments. Beautiful souls, it is an honor and a privilege to be connected with every one of you. Tons of love.